Hey, what's up everybody? Coming at you again with another review. So this is another Macabre piece. And before we get into it, make sure you hit the 4K option on the YouTube settings so you get this in the full resolution, so you get to see all the wonderful details that are attached to this piece. And as always, like and subscribe, man. Share the videos, you know what I mean? So again, this is a Macabre Studios piece. This is with Dan Terzo. He essentially did all the weathering, all the blood work on here. And I think him and Macabre, they essentially, supplied the knife, which I believe is real metal. I'm not sure. I did not check that actually because the hand was already holding the knife. But in between cuts, obviously check that out and give you the info. So this figure is, believe it or not, actually still for sale. So this is a concept kind of H40. You can see the burn side of the mask. He's kind of really torched, this is a concept piece. Obviously, it's not supposed to be exact to the film. So you guys out there are like, oh, it's not accurate. It's not supposed to be. Again, hence the concept, you know what I mean? Hence a concept piece. It's supposed to be artist interpretation, you know what I mean? So this also has a One's Customs head on it, but with, art direction and paint by Macabre. And you basically get everything that you see here, man. The base, that chain, you get the little metal piece of like a fence or whatever that is down there as well. And obviously I'll zoom in on the figure and we'll show you a little bit more. But yeah, this is just, it's a great piece, man. So like I said, it is still for sale. So if you guys are interested, you can hit me up. Because it's not mine, I'm not keeping it. I have to give this back to Dan, but if someone buys it while I still have it, then I can obviously probably try to ship it to you, but I may end up having to send it back to Dan anyway, because obviously he's going to need to box this up, and put his delivery touch on it, and so on and so forth. So we'll see you on the other side, because as always, we'll zoom up on the figure, start from the bottom up, and and get going. So here's a nice top view of the base. This is all done by Dan as well. Again, you get some like similar little like wooden block pieces, extra accessory, kind of depth, to it. And those are static on this one. They're not movable. The chain is though. And you get this like metal piece of the fence that you can kind of see around here too as well. And from top to the bottom, man, you get some really good tailoring and weathering. And again, this is all done by Dan. As you go up, you get to see the burn effect, the layering to it. And this is a good sculpt by Ones, really cool. Just to show you the sculpt there, give some good details. Even try to zoom up a little bit. It's a badass sculpt, man. But there's also another thing I want to show you about this figure in a second. So I'm going to turn him over to the side on this little cutaway and show you what I'm talking about. So this was a nice little touch. I don't know if you can see it, but so he technically has a stand, and there's this little wooden rod that goes up the pant leg and holds them up basically. And you can't even really tell it's there from the front, maybe a little bit there from the side, but it holds them erect right up. It's nice, man, nice little touch. So I wanted to point that out too. That's pretty damn cool. So one last look at this figure before we close it out. So like I said, some cool touches with the stand. You get some really good blood work and details on the hands. Again, he's supposed to be burned on the entire left side of his body, right? So, again, nice touches all around on this piece. So like I said, this piece is still for sale. So hit me up if you're interested. Man, just it's a mean Myers, man. Really, really mean. So, you guys got questions? Like I said, if you're interested in another one of these, even hit Dan up, and he'll work with you, or hit Macabre up, they'll work with you. But this is a really cool piece, man. All around. And give you some kind of overhead shots of this guy as well. And I like where the exposure points are placed on this too. Again, it gives the figure a little bit more depth and it makes it more interesting just overall as a piece to look at. you know, and have shelf presence. Yeah, this is a cool fucking fig, man. All right, guys, so that was another quick look at another Macabre Studios piece. And stay tuned for the next video. You know, overall, I think Macabre is putting out reasonable work at reasonable prices. And they're only going to be getting better and better, man. You know, that's for sure. So, yeah, just hit me up. Like I said, I'll see you guys at the next video. Deuces.